Hey, it's James Erickson from SayHiJames.com, and today we're talking about how to learn from old people. Alright guys, 30 videos in 30 days. You see, you guys always see me, I'm looking over here for some reason. There's always something more exciting over there. 30 videos in 30 days. This is day number 22. I'm James Erickson. For all the other videos, SayHiJames.com, there's a lot of cool stuff. Today we're talking about learning from old guys. And I've noticed there's a whole kind of generational switch going on right now between gurus. And the crazy thing is that all the gurus that are coming out, I mean like the Frank Kerns and the Eben Pagans and all these people, they learned from somebody in their day. And it's almost like a third generation learning curve. So I'm getting third generation knowledge, which is good because it gets updated, but which is also bad because it's getting diluted a little bit. I look at all the social media experts out there that are about relationships and not about selling, and I think there's a problem there because if you go back and look at the older selling books, I don't have one here with me. I have a salesmanship book from about 1875. If you go back and look at the older sales books, it's all about relationships and it's all about how to expedite that building a relationship process, which is things that social media does. It builds that relationship a lot quicker, which is what sales is all about. So this kind of got me on this topic and I started thinking about it. And another thing is that Jim Rohn, if you don't know who Jim Rohn is, Jimrohn, just Google him, does some great stuff with, kind of, I wouldn't say Tony Robbins, but kind of a cross between a Tony Robbins style speaker and a business building style speaker. It makes you think about things in a little bit different way and very motivational. Great speaker, great guy. He just passed away recently, I think about a week or two ago, and got to thinking about how many people that I learned from have learned from him and how many times I've heard this story back when or a quote from one of the seminars I was at of, oh, Jim Rohn said this or Jim Rohn said that. And never really got a chance to go to one of his seminars, but I figured, hey, if these guys that I'm learning from are quoting this guy, I need to go out and get his stuff. So that's basically what I did. I went out and got his CD series here, How to Have Your Best Year Ever, and so far from what I've gotten out of it, it's incredible. You can get it at, well, if you just Google him, you'll find it, nightingale.com, Nightingale Conant. Great stuff. But then I started looking around and thinking of, who did this internet guru learn from, or who did this marketing guru learn from, or who did this business guy learn from? And I ran into a couple of different names. This is a book that's pretty easy to find, but it's basically, here's a chapter on how to create uniqueness. I'm just trying to involve everyone in it. This is a management book, and it's Tom Peters. It's called Thriving on Chaos. And if you don't know who Tom Peters is, look him up. He's an old management guru that really kind of molded the way we do business today. And he wrote a couple other books about management. This one's 1987, so over 20 years old this book is. But it's incredible. I mean, think of how many experts out there that learned from somebody that learned from this guy. And like I said, information gets updated, but it also gets diluted. So there's a lot of gems in here. I'd say that 60 to 75% of this book is still very viable. It's another one. David Ogilvy. A lot of direct marketers out there know of David Ogilvy. A lot of them kind of write their map for their business by David Ogilvy. And this is a little known book, The Unpublished David Ogilvy. It's kind of a humor / business read. There's a lot of funny little memos and stuff in here. But that's a great book as well. David Ogilvy, Direct Response. Even in social media world, I mean, he would probably shoot somebody if they said social media around him, I'm sure. I believe David Ogilvy, I don't know what he does nowadays, if he's even still around, but a lot of great insight. He wrote Ogilvy on Advertising, he wrote Confessions of an Ad Man, kind of one of those pioneers that said F you to the Madison Avenue system and went with direct response type advertising, headline, deadlines, that kind of stuff. Another one, Robert Bly, kind of an old school guy, kind of trying to get into the internet world. I used to follow his blog a lot, I don't anymore, but this Advertising Manager's Handbook, as you can see, it's thick, and basically anything you need to know about marketing or advertising a business, from direct mail to radio to newspapers to magazines. A lot of this stuff applies online and social media as well. But an incredible book, basically the Bible of advertising. If you ask me, it tells you how to run a great seminar, it tells you how to advertise that seminar, lots of good stuff. And of course, a newer one, a lot of people out there talking about blogging, but look at who the pioneers of blogging were, who started the blogging, why did they start the blogging phenomenon. And Biz Stone is one of those, and this is, I think this is his first book, Blogging Genius Strategies for Instant Web Content. And there's a lot of stuff in here that's outdated, yes, but there's a lot of stuff in here that's very solid. Increasing traffic, you know, how to do stuff, you know, for fun and profit, updating for fun and profit. It talks about the original blogger. I mean, here's the original blogger. How crazy is that? And this book was 2002, which is ancient internet terms, but it's Biz Stone. I mean, Biz Stone had his hands in Blogger, he had his hands in Twitter. Basically, everything online that the guy touches turns into gold, so you want to follow those guys. I'm going to wrap it up. The point of this whole thing is try to seek out who your teachers are learning from and kind of cut out the middleman, I guess. You know, if you enjoy learning from somebody, keep learning from them. But find out what they learned from. I know Tim Ferriss' 4-Hour Workweek is a big Seneca guy. I mean, Seneca, that's old school. And there's a lot of life lessons that 4-Hour Workweek man learns that he then puts his own little spin on. So try to figure it out. You know, Biz Stone, Robert Bly, David Ogilvy, Tom Peters, of course, Jim Rohn. And we'll see you tomorrow. This was day number 22 of 30 videos in 30 days. And I know it was simple. I know it was easy, but look up some of these books. Check them out. Go to the library. Shoot. I guess I'll catch you later.